Wow, things have changed. We'll discuss it later. um, Happy Friday. It's Thursday, but you know I do these early. I should just say happy weekend. I am so sorry. I have gone through probably 3 of the worst days ever, and now I'm eating these. Oh my gosh, these are amazing and full of protein, which I need. So if you guys see these out and about, it looks like they're only being sold like at Fresh Time or Kroger. Buy them, eat them. They're good. They have sunflower seeds too. Let's see what has been going on this week. Not a lot. I made my first outing today, but I didn't go thrifting. I'm going to go thrifting a little bit later today, probably around 2:30 or 3. There's my mail lady coming to get my mail. And I've sold not a lot. It's been kind of slow. I'm looking at last week's earnings. I don't have totals on them yet. I really need to get on that. Let's see, I've sold, let's see where we at. Only 12 things on eBay, 1 Etsy, 1 Mercari, 1 Depop. Where'd the Depop one go? Oh, there it is, 1 on Depop. And 1, 2, 3, 4, whoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on Poshmark. But honestly, it was about all that I could handle this week in doing that, so I'm okay. So what was the highest priced item that we sold? Looks like it's gonna be, yeah, Luca Lane 8.5 by La slip-on ballet flats. So I sold those. And you know what, next week when I do this, I remove the information, the states and stuff, because I don't use that in my calculations. I'll keep that up there, and I'll talk about some of the places that I've sold to. The least item that I sold, whoops, looks like this, Dragon Ball Z Blu-ray Season 3 sold for $11. So it kind of gives you an idea. I use Nifty to help me, and I also use Jason's spreadsheet, and I've learned that I can copy and paste from Nifty. I do the analytics, and I do the week, like I do weekly, so week 1, day 1 through 7, 7 through 14, 14, 21, 21 to the end of the month, and then I kind of just arrange it the way, and then I can copy the columns. I have to still do individually, you know, like Vineyard Vines, extra large, move it out of this inventory into the sales, but the sale price, collected shipping, shipping fees, standard fees, promoted fees, I just copy paste. Now, Etsy is the only one that doesn't calculate right, and I have to do that kind of manually, but I just do it in this spreadsheet, and then I just copy paste, and it's so simple. And I talked to Jason about it a little bit, and he said that he didn't think that they were calculating correctly, but so far it seems to be working for me, and I've double checked a few things. So for right now, plus it kind of gives me a rough idea because I use my 1099s for my taxes. So I don't use like really the spreadsheets for my actual sales, but I use it to kind of look at. And you want to see? Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this, shall we? Maybe we'll talk more about this moving forward. I'm moving over to Jason's spreadsheet, and it's Jason Hayes if you want to know, and you can buy his spreadsheet on Etsy. I say buy it. I've used it 3 years now, and it's been nothing but amazing and helpful. And if you buy the I forget what version. I think I have the premium. It comes with Jason. So you get Jason. And I have needed Jason because I have screwed up a few times, and he goes right in and, you know, fixes it up and no problem. So let's see, sales for the month. So my sales for June were really low. So I'll go to May. May, my profit. My sales were $5,827 and my profit was $3,354. June sucked, but we all know it sucks. It's, what do I want to say? Summer slowdown. My sales were $4,421 and my actual profit was $2,610. Not that good. And I'm just working on July now. So for the year, my sales have been 30,000, and I can break that down into platforms where eBay, I'm just giving you rough, 15,000, 13,000 on Poshmark, 700 on Mercari, $75 on Depop. I have Mercari listed twice here. I'll have to look at that. That was probably something I did. And Etsy was $839 on Etsy. Surprising. I think Etsy's fees are sometimes kind of high, but I do list some things on there. And I have learned on Depop, I believe, you can't post anything with batteries, anything that runs, anything, yeah, because I've gotten some, like their emails are kind of nasty, like, if you continue to do this, we're going to do this to you and that to you, and I'm like, oh my God, you know, it's like, can you kind of like tone down the email a little bit, Depop? And I don't know if that's going to change now that eBay owns them. I don't know if Depop will eventually kind of disappear or merge into eBay. Who knows? Who knows what eBay is thinking? So I was just listening to Commonwealth Picker about, he was talking about how eBay is getting a sales tax kickback from the state, San Jose, I think is where they're located. And I totally get that, because where I'm located is in the city actually where I worked is a major GM plant. And in order to keep the GM plant in that city, the city gives them this massive, I don't even know if they pay tax. I'm not even sure. But they get this massive tax break in order to, as an incentive to keep that plant there, because if that plant would ever leave that area, it would just be sunk. And they're just building that area up so commercial on the back of GM, because it is one of the major plants there. And you know, if you work in that town, then you're going to buy stuff in that town. But so I get it. I get what they're doing. And go watch his video because it is interesting. I love that he does the math on a lot of things, and you know, he calculates things that I just won't do or don't have time to do. And I enjoy listening to him. Justin Resells is another one, man. If you want to listen to anybody, if you want to listen to one person, it's Justin Resells. I'm telling you, he has some really, really great content. And he has an extra page now that he talks about. And then I think he has a subscriber only. I think. I don't know. But literally, that is it. I'm going to let y'all go. I'm on the upswing. I'm doing a lot better. And I'll talk about the rest here in a bit. Cancer update next. Well, as you can tell, the hair is gone. I didn't even get to keep my hair cut for a week. I was like, God, come on, I paid 26 bucks for that thing. This was not as traumatic as I thought it would be. I was actually more afraid of being cut by the clippers because I've never been around anybody who has gotten their hair clipped at all. And there is a picture of my granddaughter that I might or might not share. I don't know, but she helped. And when she first came over, she thought we were coloring Nona's hair pink, and I was scared because I don't want her to be afraid of me. And it was more me probably being afraid, because she's 4 and she has handled this like a trooper and better than me. And last night I had my hair up in this weird looking beanie, and her and I colored together, and she does the stickers. She's like 4 and knows stickers on FaceTime, and we did stickers on the faces and everything. I probably had the worst 3 days so far in this journey this week. It was horrific. I thought I was dying. I wasn't, but you feel like it. And it's odd. I guess it's correlated to the flu. You know, when you get the flu, you just feel like, I'm never going to be able to eat again, and I'm never, I'm just dying, and I feel so horrible, and blah, it's the same thing. Except for you really feel like you're dying. I mean, you have poison pouring through your veins. So I went 3 days, I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, everything. I looked at this bottle and it made me gag. I mean, there was just like everything. The thought of water, I just couldn't. I tried. No, I didn't. I really didn't. In 3 days, I think I ate 3 tiny small pancakes that I made and a half a glass of water. So now I am trying to recoup from that, because I can't do that. I have to at least keep fluids in my body. So I'm going to try to prepare for the next cycle, which is in a week from, well, it's actually like in 6 days. But I only have 2 more cycles of Red Devil, thank you. And then I move on to Taxol, which I've heard is easier, it's worse. I don't know, but all I know is I'm doing it, and then after that is surgery, and then after that is radiation, and then after that I can have my life back. I am not going to hang on to the negatives of, the negatives of trying to gain back what I've lost, the negatives of, oh, you're still going to be tired, you're going to be this, you know what? It's going to be what it's going to be, but I'm going to fight like hell to get better than I was before. And that's all there is to it. But until then, I'm just going to try to maintain and eat these. I don't know why I picked these up today, but they're good. They just looked good. And I literally have 0 appetite, 0. I've eaten all the cheddar cheese crackers, the animal cookies. I can't stomach the peanut butter things right now. But I don't have an appetite. But I am eating, and I'm doing good, and my family is taking care of me. My daughter-in-law is an amazing cook, and she has cooked me roast, and I asked her to make me some chicken gravy with mashed potatoes. I guess she's doing that today. It took a lot for me to be able to ask somebody to make me food, but I just do not have it in me to stand and cook food. I'm not there. Maybe once I hit Taxol, I'll be able to do it. One thing I'm gonna do, let me tell you, and I would do it now, except for it's a commitment, and I don't have the ability to commit. I am gonna start making my sourdough starter again. I went to Fresh Time today, and I know this is so off topic, but I went to Fresh Time today, and bread was $9.59 a loaf. Now, granted, I like bougie bread, and this was Dave's, and they had a sale, buy one, get one 50% off. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. So I ended up buying their low-grade bread, which is, how they set it up. They set it up like they're like the tiers, like they're selling you a car. And you know, the really good bread is like $9.59, and the really expensive bread, 11 whatever, is up here, and their bread is down here, and it's $7.99 a loaf of bread. Stop it. Just stop it. But I needed bread, and I didn't want to go anywhere else. I bought the stinking $7.99 bread. It's sourdough. It's okay, but fresh time. Seriously, stop it. I walked around the store and I just kept shaking my head. I was like, stop it. What are some of the crazy things that I saw? I mean, their big thing is that they're really pushing things towards $10. I can't even think of things right now, but it was like, I just kept shaking my head. I like grass-fed, grass-finished beef. And yeah, how'd you get cancer the way you eat? I don't know. I don't know if it has anything to do with that now. But anyway, $25 for a steak, about that big. I passed that up. I did buy more chicken to put in the freezer. So I just bought one thing of chicken. But I did buy the snacking pumpkin seeds, and they're really good, by Top Fox. Hey, Top Fox, if you're listening, I like these. And I bought the sunflower seed ones too. But don't buy them on Amazon, and don't buy them from them because they're too expensive. Buy them in the store. Find them wherever they're at. So that's it. That's my week. I am recouping. I got my house cleaned. I've done dishes. I'm working on laundry. I'm working on my sales. I got stuff out today. I got some things I really want to get done. We're supposed to get a thunderstorm. I'm like, come on, thunderstorm. I love thunderstorms. What do you think of the head wrap? It's kind of, I don't know. I tried. I have several people have given me head wraps, and this one I like. When you wear a shirt like this and you have only printed head wraps, it's like, oh, now what? And plus my hair is still really short under there, and when I take a shower, it's like I soap, and I look like Chewbacca. My hand is just covered in hair. My bathtub is just a mess. So if anybody wants to donate a plumber to me at the end of all this, funny fact, I was married to a plumber, but I would never ask him, never. And we get along fine, but I would never ask him to come do that. But that is that. That is my update, and I will catch you guys. Let me know what you think of the update. Did you like learning my stats, my highs, my lows, what sold, what didn't? Let me know. Let me know, what do you want to know more of? Do you want to know less of the cancer updates? Because honestly, it's just going to be like, I'm sick, I'm not sick, there's not much to share. It just is. It is what it is. And you can't go over it, you can't go around it, you got to go through it. So we're plowing through it. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.